Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hassan Khalid and I am a student at GIK University. I am currently doing my bachelor's in artificial intelligence and this is my second semester. So basically this video is on game development on SDL2. I have implemented a game called Checkers on SDL2 and I have done my coding on Visual Studio. I've tried to input all the necessary conditions and I've provided the necessary environment, the necessary interface on which this game runs. So moving on, this is basically the class diagram. As you can see, it has three main classes: class checkers, grid and texture. All the classes have different functions. For example, the checkers function, all the functions are in public. For example, the handle events function, the set, update, render, move piece, winner, running, clean. All these functions have specific jobs and we are going to see this in some time. It also has private variables, for example int count, count black, count red, SDL window, steric window, string color and so on. Moving on to the class grid, it also has some functions also in public, for example void load map, void draw map, which is basically responsible for generating the grid on the screen, and it also has some variables which are public, as you can see. Moving on to the next class, the class texture, it also has some functions, for example void draw, static SDL texture, steric load texture, which loads the textures on the display. Moving on to the class checkers. So the handle events function is responsible for event handling, to take input from the user of any kind. It provides a user interface. For example, when we click the mouse or use the keyboard, we are asking the user for inputs. For example, SDL poll event, as you can see, it stores the events in queues and then removes the events one by one. The set function allocates the height, the width, the XY coordinate to different objects. We have specified the values on the source as well as on the destination, according to which the objects are being displayed on the screen. The update function is responsible for the change in the location of the pieces on the grid, or when we move them or they are deleted due to intersection commands or some other commands. It basically manipulates the pieces, it plays with them. The render function basically renders the textures, it clears the existing render calls and uses the render copy function to update the render calls and loads update them. It has three basic functions, that is render clear, render copy and render present, which updates the render calls on the screen. SDL renderer contains the render calls and the contacts and it stores them. Moving on to the move piece function. Now this function is responsible for the movement of piece. In this function I have specified different conditions according to which the pieces will move, react when they intersect amongst each other. For example, I have specified a condition in which I have not allowed the intersection of two pieces of the same team. I have implemented a condition which prevents this, as I don't want this. The next winner function checks the condition and compares pieces of both teams, after which it declares a winner, either player 1 or player 2. The running function makes sure the game keeps on running as long as the condition of while loop holds true. As soon as the condition of while loop becomes false, the loop terminates and so does the game. The clean function basically clears the memory and frees up space through different destroy and clear commands. There are many textures, renders, surfaces that are loaded in memory. So it is a good coding practice that if we clear our memory. Moving on to the class grid. In this I have generated the whole grid of this game using the concept of arrays. So basically I have used two arrays, two 2x8, 8x8 arrays, and the concept that I have used two for loops. The first loop runs for I is less than 7 for the rows and the second for loop is for the columns. So basically what I have done is I have inputted the number 0 1 0 1 0 1 and so on, and for every 0 I am displaying a black box and for every 1 I am displaying a white box. I am sure you can understand this. I could also have loaded a simple picture of the whole grid, but I had to make the grid look interesting and that it requires work to generate the grid. So basically the black and white squares uses the load texture command to load the squares on the grid. We have the class texture. One of its attributes is SDL surface, which brings and takes the image. The representation of pixels in the image are loaded into the surface, which further generates a texture and then returns it simultaneously. SDL texture is basically a struct and it keeps all the information regarding the texture. It makes the pointer of the same data type and points it to the texture. SDL rect is also a structure that holds the dimensions values, for example the height and width in pixels and the XY coordinates of each object, which starts from the top left corner. The load texture is a function through which it loads different textures. SDL renderer copy passes the texture in parameters. So as you can see, this is my code. We have some CPP files and some header files. So I have specified the count condition, as you can see, to 5. Only when the condition reaches 5, it will check the condition for the winner. This count condition is basically the number of times the pieces will intersect with each other. I have placed the count condition to a small value so that I can demonstrate the working of this game to you in a short time. So if I will, this is player 1 first, then the turn of player 2, then again the turn of player 1, then again the turn of player 2. As you can see, the players are moving in diagonal. Again player 2, again player 1, again player 2, again player 1. Now again player 2. Now as you can see, as soon as player 2 intersects player 1, we have a message player 1 wins, because the number of times that player 1 have intersected with the pieces of player 2 is greater than the number of times the player 2 has intersected with player 1. So as you can see, player 1 wins. So thank you so much for listening to me patiently. This was my overall game setup that I have made. Thank you so much for listening to me. Allah Hafiz.